Now we're going to continue with readiness and implementation strategy, but these next two elements are specific for language projects only. So for preservation and maintenance and Esther Martinez only. And the first one is the plan for preservation of the products that you develop as part of your native language project and how you see them benefiting future generations of Native Americans and providing a description of those opportunities to share those materials with other Native American language communities. To address this element, first of all, identify those materials and products that are to be developed through your project. And this also includes identifying those products that are not meant to be shared with other communities. So don't be afraid to take ownership over those products that you're developing, especially those cultural properties that aren't meant to be shared with outside communities. So if that's applicable to you, by all means, just identify that they aren't meant to be shared. If they are meant to be shared, include the description of those materials, whether they're curriculum or books or videos or any other type of software or any equipment to be used, perhaps for a language app, for instance. And then describe how those materials can be shared with others, whether they can be sold or whether they should be given away free, and include whether they're digital or hard copies. Then from there, describe how those materials can be stored. For example, you might need to make digital copies and store them in fireproof safes. The next element, again, is specifically for Esther Martinez immersion projects only. And here you're going to describe your plan for parental engagement, which means that the parents or guardians of the children in your language nest or survival school also take language classes as part of your project, and it is required. So include those description of those classes that you're describing. For example, if the class are with the children or they're in their separate adult-only class, provide the details of the frequency, maybe weekly, bi-weekly, evenings, or weekends. And then apply your retention plan or describe your retention plan to keep those parents engaged. Retention plans are kind of a running theme with ANA projects because they start off like gangbusters, especially these language classes. And then a couple months into the project, attendance has dwindled down to nothing. So this is something that ANA wants to see you actively increasing or addressing so that the attendance is consistent throughout the project. So whether, again, you're eliminating those barriers for people that if they're having trouble getting to classes, whether it's at dinner time in the evenings, and maybe you could have potluck where you're providing meals, everybody's bringing meals in, maybe you're providing the meals, or you're including incentives. Maybe you're providing some daycare while the parents are in the class, or providing gas cards. So if attending the class is difficult for people to get to. So you're going to provide some type of incentive to keep them into the classes.